Oh, what's going on, everybody? So it's Thursday. That means it's Geforce Now new game drop day. And we've also got some cool Geforce news today, and a publisher who came back finally, one of the first to do so. So that's their typical tweet for dropping their new games. Let's go over here to the full list. Now, this is pretty cool. I just grabbed Maneater yesterday, and now it's on Geforce Now already, so I can play that in so many more places all of a sudden. So that was really cool. I was really excited to see that. So we've got Maneater, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Cluster Truck, Dead Side, Epistory, Expeditions Viking, Far Cry New Dawn, For Honor, Gwent, Colat, Kona, Monster Train, Oriental Empires, Path of Wuxia, Space Rangers HD, The Crew 2, The Long Dark. And The Long Dark is the one who left. They left back when, like right before 2K, and them, I do believe, in between like the Bethesda Activision thing. So The Long Dark is now back on Geforce Now. They must have realized that a lot of players want to be able to play that game on their Geforce Now subscription, as with many other games. So Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege also now on Geforce Now. Train Fever, Watch Dogs 2, X, Morph, and Zombie Army Trilogy. So a couple of big ones on here, and a release from yesterday, and Rainbow Six Siege from Epic Store. So really a lot better games this week, a pretty good week for the Geforce Now game drops. So let's go over here and take a look at some of the news. So two things. One is Steam improved support for game streaming through Geforce Now. So Steam is kind of getting in on the game with Geforce Now as well. With cloud gaming services becoming increasingly popular, any platform worth their salt will be looking at ways to take on the likes of Google Stadia and Microsoft's xCloud. So it's no surprise that Steam has now entered the fray. Back in 2019, fans uncovered code that suggests a Steam cloud gaming service was in the works. Yeah, we knew that, right? So earlier this week, that code reappeared, and now official documentation for the beta has gone live. Steam's Cloud Play is on its way. So it also looks like the first supported service will be Nvidia's Geforce Now. Certainly one of the better cloud gaming systems. I agree. I actually really love Geforce Now. That's why I cover it a lot here on the channel, along with all the other cloud gaming services and Shadow PC, and I will have a lot more Shadow PC videos coming. I promise. I know a lot of you subscribed when I was putting those videos out, and I definitely have 3 or 4 more in the works, and some more game testing, so let me know if there's some Shadow stuff you want to see. At this juncture, Steam is asking developers to manually opt in their games if they want to see them on the finished platform. So Steam, they say, is a little late to the party, but watching and learning from its competitors' launches, coupled with its already established clout with gamers, means Steam's eventual offerings could give the likes of Stadia and xCloud a serious run for their money. I think there's going to be plenty of room for all the cloud gaming services if they get them figured out. But the developers opting in. So that's interesting, because the other big piece of news we've got here is Nvidia says developers must now opt in to include games on Geforce Now. So they'll no longer just be adding games onto the service and then waiting to see if they have to be removed. If they haven't been opted in by the developer, they're not going to be there. So game publishers that don't opt in will have titles removed by May 31st. So unfortunately, we may see some more games leave, but I think what this is going to do is stabilize the platform, and we're going to continue to see a steady flow of games come back and to get added. And Geforce Now is going to be in a good place, I do believe. So Nvidia announced a new policy for its Geforce Now cloud gaming service on Wednesday. That means publishers and developers will have to opt into the platform to have titles remotely playable via Nvidia servers. Response has been strong, with over 200 publishers committing to streaming on the service. Reads the blog. Nvidia's Geforce Now vice president: going forward, only the games that are opted in will be available on the service, providing confidence in the Geforce Now game library. Yet some publishers are still figuring out their cloud strategies. Those who have not opted in by May 31st will be removed. So they're not going to have to worry about that whole permission thing and worrying about games leaving. This will hopefully be the last time with this opt-in service that we're going to see maybe a mass loss of games because they're waiting for the opt-in. But hopefully after this, it'll be a stable library that continues to grow. So unlike Google Stadia, which requires you purchase a separate license to play the game, Nvidia's Geforce Now allows subscribers to access their existing library of games, both from storefronts like Epic and Steam. Uplay, and so on. That approach has proved controversial because it raises important, largely unanswered questions about digital ownership and the underlying business models of cloud gaming. For now, it appears Nvidia would like to remain in amicable negotiation with its game publisher partners, many of which it works closely with on its PC graphics cards. Yeah, Nvidia does have a good bit of power there themselves to get this going. They're definitely have a lot of partnerships with all these developers and publishers. So one positive note for subscribers is that the change should mean we see far less abrupt removals, which I was saying, as was the case when big publishers like Activision Blizzard and Bethesda yanked their entire libraries after Geforce Now exited beta and became a paid service. Yes, all those videos are on the channel. I don't think I've missed a bit of news for this service since it left beta. So Geforce Now already has lost or will soon lose from these major publishers: Activision, Bethesda, Capcom, Crytek, Konami, Xbox Game Studios, Rockstar, Sega, Square Enix, Take-Two, 2K Games, and Warner Brothers. But Nvidia says its platform offers access to more than 2,000 titles, and it does include games from major publishers like Bandai Namco, Bungie, CCP Games, Electronic Arts, Epic, Riot, Ubisoft, and Valve. And I believe others are going to wind up coming back as well, because there's a lot of controversy with the service, but in the end, you're playing the games you already own. It's nice to be able to play them on the service. And though not everybody may come back, even The Long Dark has returned. So you just never know. You never know what's going to happen. But I think Geforce Now is going to be in a good place. I think they're doing the right thing here. The support from Steam now, the opting in service to get a more stable platform, and continuing to add games every Thursday. I think that's going to work out good for them in the short term and hopefully in the long term for Geforce Now. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click that notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you would, and leave your comment below. All those things go to help out the channel a lot. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next one.